Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into the topic a lot of people are curious about: working as an English teacher in Japan. Whether you're looking at coming here or just interested in what life is like here, I'll be sharing my experience of 30 years teaching in Japan and everything you need to know before making the move. So why teach English in Japan? Well, Japan has been a popular destination for foreign teachers, and for good reasons. You've got a rich culture, beautiful landscapes, and the opportunity to immerse yourself into a completely different environment. Plus, there's a demand for English teachers here. Whether you're teaching at public schools, private academies, universities, company classes, or even teaching adults, Japan offers a variety of teaching opportunities. It's a great way to try something new and to work abroad while you're making a positive impact on students' life. Now, let's look at types of teaching jobs. There are several ways you can teach English in Japan, each with its own pros and cons. Let's break it down. Public schools. So public schools have ALT positions. These are usually government positions where you work as an assistant language teacher, an ALT, through programs like JET or dispatch companies or boards of education. You'll mostly assist Japanese teachers in class. The hours are regular, usually 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But usually the pay is between 200,000 yen to 250,000 yen, depending on the company you work for. Next, you have private schools and eikaiwas. Now, these English conversation schools, which they call eikaiwas, you might teach a range of students from kids to adults in one-on-one or small group sessions. The pay is generally around 250,000 yen, but the hours can be more predictable, including evening, weekends. Also, many of them do not treat their teachers very good. Next, we have universities and private schools. For those with more teaching experience and qualifications, teaching at universities and private lessons can offer more lucrative opportunities. These positions often require higher levels of education, like a master's degree, but the benefits and working life balance is great. Personally, I've worked in public schools and taught at companies like Toyota and Denso, just to name a few. Each had its own challenges and rewards. It's all about finding what works best for you and your lifestyle. The application process and visa requirements. So how do you even get started? The application process can be a bit daunting, but don't worry, I'll walk you through it. Qualifications. Most positions require a bachelor's degree in any field. Some jobs might prefer a TEFL or TOEFL qualification, especially if you're applying for more competitive roles. Visa sponsorship. Schools will typically sponsor your work visa. You will need a secure job offer first, and then they'll be able to handle most of the paperwork. However, be prepared for a lot of forms and possibly delays. The interview. Many companies conduct interviews over Zoom or Skype. You will need to demonstrate your passion for teaching, understanding the Japanese culture, and know how to contribute to schools. Living in Japan. Culture shock. Living in Japan is an amazing experience, but it comes with its share of culture shock, from language barriers to figuring out how to navigate daily life. It takes some time to adjust. One thing I learned quickly was how efficient and clean Japanese public transport is. However, and understanding the schedule and routes took a bit to get used to. And then there's food shopping. The opportunities are endless, but if you don't read Japanese, you can use your phone with Google Translate and the camera. It works good enough. Salary and cost of living. Now let's talk money. The salary for English teachers in Japan varies depending on the job. Typically, you expect to be paid anywhere from 200,000 to 300,000 per month, which is roughly about 1,800 to 2,700 USD. The cost of living in Japan also depends on where you live. Tokyo and Osaka and Nagoya are more expensive, especially when it comes to rent. But it is in more rural areas your salary can go much further. Some tips: eat at local places and buy seasonal produce. You can stretch your budget a lot further. Teaching tips. Teaching in Japan is rewarding, but it is not without its challenges. Here are a few tips that I wish I knew before I got started. Be patient. Some students are shy, and getting them to speak can be tough. Building trust and creating a comfortable environment is key. Fun lessons. Japanese students, especially kids, love interactive games. Make learning fun and you'll see amazing results. Understanding the culture. Respect is a huge part of Japanese society, and understanding these unspoken rules in the workplace will go a long way. Always be polite and take cues from your Japanese colleagues. You always respect the older people working there, especially if you're working in schools, the principal and vice principal, and that, be very respectful for them. When you go in the morning, always say, hello and that sort of thing. It goes a long way. So, is teaching in Japan worth it? Absolutely. It's a life-changing experience that goes beyond just teaching. You'll get to explore new culture, meet incredible people, and make a real difference in some students' lives. If you've been thinking about teaching in Japan, go for it. It's an adventure that will challenge you. So thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop any questions you have in the comments below. See you next time.